Part 3 of answering your Meta Rayban display questions. H81 asks, which eye has the display? It is your right eye. It's funny because like I've gotten so used to it, so I couldn't even tell, and then I had to close my eyes to remember that it was the right one, even though I'm looking at it. Rotor Harry 2534 asks, does the wristband work with the Meta Quest 3? Unfortunately, no, these only work with the glasses so far, but man, wouldn't that be so cool. JMD Miniature Horror 63 asks, does the display pulse or flicker? And no, it's really solid. And actually, one of the things with the display is I have used these out in public while talking to people. I'll like very quickly do this to like turn on the display and turn it off and be able to see like information. And I can very easily shift my focus from looking at the display to looking at the person that I'm talking to, and I can easily ignore whatever is on the display. Plus, you can turn off the display really easily by just doing that double tapping really quick. And you don't have to hold your hand. Like I said before, you can keep it down below. And then Wireless Sushi asks, can you see the time and date on the display? Unfortunately, you can only see the time from what I can tell. And that time is only showing in the middle screen. So there's the left screen, a middle screen, and a right screen, and only the middle one has the time. It's weird that you can't see the date. Maybe it's somewhere, but I've not seen it. Pinoy UC asks, will Gen 1 of the Ray-Ban Meta glasses fit in the display case? I like that slim case when folded. So this is the said slim case when folded. And I do actually have my Ray-Ban Meta Gen 1 on me. These actually have my prescription lenses in them, so I use them as my reading glasses. Anyway, I let them die a little bit so that I could try to put it in the case, and then we could see together if it charges by the end of this video. Right, so you can see on my phone, I don't know if you can see that, it says 93% charge on these Gen 1 Ray-Ban Meta glasses. And by the way, you can buy just the display case on their website. I noticed that. So I'm going to try to put these in there and see if these charges past 31. It does, wait, let me just show you how this slips in. It does like slip in really easily, and then it has this orange light that usually indicates what the charging status is. So I don't know, we will find out by the end of this video if this charged. And by the way, if you have the Gen 1 Ray-Ban Meta glasses, or you have the Gen 2 Ray-Ban Meta glasses and you want to change out your lenses to a different color, or maybe you have prescriptions and you need prescription lenses, you definitely need to check out today's sponsor, which is vrwave. I have been using vrwave lenses for all of my Ray-Ban Meta products, but I've been using them for forever. I actually have them in my Quest 3 headset, and I started using vrwave since my Quest 2 like years and years ago, and they've always worked perfectly. I've never had any issues. They're just great. So if you want a reliable lenses, whether it's just changing the colors or if you actually have prescriptions and you're looking for something that's affordable that you could do at home yourself, I highly recommend vrwave. They have lenses for the Ray-Ban Meta Gen 1 and Gen 2. They're tinted or photochromic, so those are the transition lenses. You can get them clear, you can get them blue light filter. There's a gazillion different colors that you can get, so if you want to look a little bit trendy. And they also have them for the Oakley Meta, so I assume that they'll probably have them for the Vanguards as well. And by the way, I'm going to review these very soon. They have them for pretty much every VR product: MetaQuest, Apple Vision Pro, Pico, PSVR, all the things, all of the Ray-Ban Meta glasses and the X-Real glasses. If you need lenses, I will have my vrwave link down below. Okay, and then we had a couple of people ask this question actually, so I think you all are having the same problems as me. So TJ Reacts 6116 asks, what are those grip things on the arms of your displays? Because they want to buy one to help their glasses fit well. And then Choco Bunny 01 also asked the same things. What did you use to keep your glasses from sliding down / forward? So I have these things. They just look like little rubber bands that go around. I don't actually really like these that much. I think they help, but they're not preventing them from slipping down my face fully. So I actually bought a couple more different types of things, attachments that I can put on these. They're gonna come this week. So I'll try those out. And then once I find one that I like, I will recommend it, but don't get these. These are not good enough in my opinion. I actually also bought some nose pads. Apparently, like some people put nose pads on here so that if you have like a tinier nose than me, it can help keep the glasses up. So I will let you know how that goes. And then we had a couple of comments that I quite liked. Well, let's start with this one because I found this to be quite interesting. Craig Melville said, how can you say something is great, then go on to list nothing but issues that it had? And then Mike Stevens 5833 said, what video did you actually watch? He was raving about the glasses 90% of the video. I like both of these comments. I think these are great. So I like to be as transparent as possible. So I think it's amazing if you guys think that I'm complaining about a technology, even if I'm recommending them, because that means I am doing a really good job of being as transparent as possible with all of you so that you know exactly what you're getting into. As a tech enthusiast, I do have a little bit more, how do you say this? Like a little bit more tolerance for understanding towards tech not being perfect right when they come out, because I just love tech so much and I'm just excited that we're pushing forward. But that's not for everybody. Some people just want things to work like magic. That's perfectly okay. I think one of my most popular videos on my channel actually is when I reviewed my VR treadmill, and the whole time I was just talking about if it's worth it or not. You should watch it, but people were surprised by how that all unfolded, let's just say. Craig Melville also said, if the display cuts out after 10 seconds, how could you watch multiple reels? And my guess is that the battery will die quickly. So the display only cuts out after 10 seconds if you're not interacting with it. So for example, if I'm playing a game on it, I mean, there's literally only one game. I feel like I've talked about this game a lot, but that is one of the things where I'm interacting with it constantly. That's why I talk about it so much. So with Hypertrail, if you have that going on, it's not gonna, like, your screen's not gonna turn off immediately. Like, it will keep running. Same with maps. If you're using maps too, I'm like looking at my lens while I'm talking to you. So if it looks like I'm looking at something weird, it's because I am. Same thing with maps. If you're using maps, it's not going to turn off the display. Like, it will just stay there as you're using the maps. So 10 seconds is only like of sleep time for the display if you're not using it. But does the battery die out quickly? Yeah, I feel like the battery does die out quickly. I am working on a video where I talk about me using these glasses at the San Diego Safari, and I'll talk in more detail there about the practicality of using these if you're using it to capture videos and photos and like use it a lot while you're out and about. Bill Pi 6314 said, sounds half-baked and rushed to the market. I definitely think that these glasses have way more to go. Like, I would love so many more apps on here. Like, I want Slack on here. I want Discord. Like other people have mentioned, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram reel that I posted, but TwitchCon happened recently in San Diego, and I went to this YouTube event. Anyway, it's on my Instagram. One of the Twitch streamers asked if you can see your Twitch stream in the glasses, and there's so much potential with these glasses, and I just don't think it's there yet. But what we saw with the Ray-Ban Meta glasses was that Meta continued to release updates so frequently. So I'm hoping that the same thing happens. Oh, I actually missed the question earlier. Doko GA TV said, I guess none of the iOS apps will run on here, but is there an app that is already on there to view notes, or I could see notes or facts to use when filming to act like a teleprompter? Unfortunately, no, there's no notes or teleprompter app on here yet. I think that would be a great idea. However, if you did want to like hack it, I suppose, you could technically send yourself a message on WhatsApp and read the message in the glasses and use that as like a fake teleprompter. Arlen Kundert had such a great comment. They said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I would love to have an AI XR Blue Apron app where you can have an AI virtual assistant chef that scans the contents of your refrigerator, pantry, spice rack, and the kinds of appliances you have, and in real time create and walk you through making a healthy and delicious meal. You know, maybe this is possible. I have not tried this yet. I think that would be such a very cool and useful feature. So I'm gonna try this and I'll get back to you and see how that goes. And VR Wizard says, Meta opening up the sensors for developers is a big deal, even for the old Gen 1 glasses, since all the glasses share the same chip. So if you develop for one, it runs on all glasses equally well. I would love for Meta to allow developers to make a ton of different apps on here. I mean, I could think of several that I would love to have. One that would be so basic would just be like a coin flipping. Sometimes you just can't decide if you should do this thing or that thing, or maybe like a magic 8-ball in the glasses as an app. That would be really cool. Just like some more like fun. Like I just want a little bit more fun. Like let's play a little bit. It's very practical right now. I would love it for it to be a more like fun type of glasses. Okay, so now let's check if the Gen 1 glasses were able to charge, or in the Meta Rayban Display case. Final verdict. No. Oh no. It's worse than I thought. Not only did it not charge in here, but it looks like it may have lost charge in here. Because remember when we started this video, it was at 93%. Now it's at 91%. So I don't know if that's possible, that this case is draining the batteries out of this. I guess, yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna say no, you cannot charge these glasses, the Gen 1 Ray-Ban Meta glasses, in the display case at this time. Okay, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't seen all my other videos, I've just going through and answering as much as I can so that you will be informed with what's happening with these. Okay, I will see you next time. And if you're not already subscribed, we're trying to hit 20K subscribers by the end of the year. So please help me and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.